Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is Friday, September 20th, 2024. My last reading was yesterday. So, before I get started, let me do that. I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay if they resonate with you and gives you clarity. Great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. So it feels like I have like allergies or something today, but it's just like my sinuses. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just pull cards. There was a dog in my dream last night, and it was like a Jack Russell Terrier, but its coat was like fluffier than it normally would be. So it must have been a mixed breed, but that's the breed that I heard it was, a Jack Russell Terrier, right? And it was like very healthy, like the coat, like you know how dogs have coats, right? Yeah, they're like these little. Oh, actually, okay. I guess some of them do have like more fur than others, so it's not a thing that doesn't exist. It exists, which is good. Because my dreams be. I saw a meme, and it was Freddy Krueger, and he was like kneeling on the ground smoking a cigarette, and the caption said, "When Freddy enters a Scorpio's dreams." That was funny, because I'm a Scorpio. Alright, so that's the kind of dog I saw in my dream. And what else? In a dream, these dogs represent your ability and persistence to uncover solutions or important details regarding something lurking under the surface. Yeah. And yesterday night, oh my god, that feels so good. Yesterday night, I was hearing a dog barking outside in someone's home, right over yonder. And then early this morning, I heard a dog barking again. So I've been hearing dogs barking. And I know usually, like, when dogs are barking, why do they bark, right? Usually dogs bark because they're, like, warning you of something. Like, they warn, like, their masters, like, their owners, like, something is nearby, there's danger. Or, like, you know, they're just, like, trying to protect their perimeter. So that's why they bark, to ward off whatever threat they perceive as a threat. Whatever thing they perceive as a threat. So, but in my dream, the dog wasn't barking at all. Like, the dog was just like jumping around. It was like being a happy dog, and it was like, because I was like on a cruise ship or something, but it was like filled with a bunch of elderly people, right? And I remember I was like walking through like where you normally would, I guess, like the cabin or something. And then I was gonna go like out on, like in the dream, this is all the dream, I was gonna go out on the deck to like look at the view or something, and there was like a bunch of elderly people, and like the dog came by. But it was interesting because the dog and I, like, it felt like the dog and I like knew each other, right? Like, but there was like kind of like, from my perspective, it was like the first time the dog had popped up in the dream. But like, I don't know, like I just knew the dog The dog was always in the background, I guess. If I'm not mistaken, it is a Jack Russell Terrier in the Fool card in Tarot as well. In the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. But, I should get that deck. I have a rendition of the deck, so it's not the Rider-Waite. It is a rendition of it, though. So I think I'm gonna use that for today's reading. So yeah, the dog was just like jumping around, and it was like a very, very happy dog, right? And there's this one lady, she noticed a dog, and she was like, "Oh my god, is that a dog? Is that a dog? Oh my god!" It's like, yeah, don't worry about it though. The dog's fine. Like, the dog's not gonna bite you. The dog's not gonna hurt you. But then, like, when the lady got up, the dog started circling around me and started getting like, I don't know, like, it really wouldn't leave my side. Like, it was just like scanning my perimeter. But I was like ensuring the lady, I was like, yeah, no, the dog's fine. Like, you don't have to worry about it. And it was also interesting too, because her reaction was kind of like, as if she's never seen a dog. She was like, "Oh my god, is that a dog? Oh my god." I had another dream before that. It was about a big ass house. But I'm not gonna get into that because in that house there was a witch in that house, and I knew, right? Because I was walking in the kitchen and there was like this little thing, and my first thought, I was like, that witch is gonna give me problems later. Sure enough, she fucking gave me problems later, but it was nothing I couldn't handle. But she just needed. I'm not getting into that dream. I had that dream first, and then like the cruise ship dream was like after. But because the one dream with the witch or whatever, that one was like forever. But like, it was easy. Also, the witch in my first dream, she was exhausted too. She was exhausted. But it wasn't really like, she was like just like it was a spirit. She wasn't alive anymore. She was just a spirit haunting things. Like, she had nothing else to do. Like, what do you do when you're trapped and you're stuck? You just haunt shit, right? So she was just stuck and trapped and haunt. And my first immediate thought was like, I gotta clear her out. I gotta get her out. Right? She's in my house. It's my house. I gotta get her out. But it's so funny because I was like, this witch is gonna give me problems later. She was just being annoying in the dream, like haunting shit, and like, I'm just like, ugh. But it's so funny because in the dream, I made a list of people to call to help me get her out. Right? So you know how like in scary movies and things like that, like when a house or a plot or a piece of land or a building or whatever, it's like haunted, it's got like this really dark cloud over it. That's how it was at first. Like when I did like an aerial shot of the it was a big ass, it's like a mansion almost, kind of, right? Like an aerial shot of the house mansion in the dream, I could see like the dark clouds, but towards the very, 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 very end of the dream, it was like clear. So it's something I can't handle. Okay, so, and then in other words, somebody could be warning you, right? And they're only doing this now because they're showing you how loyal they can be to you, right? That's going off of the dog in my dream, the Jack Russell Terrier. It was it was actually bigger in size too. So someone's gonna want to come up to you and warn you of something or tell you something. And a good portion of that is they want to show you how loyal they can be to you. Now, I don't know if this person is good or bad. Or, I mean, it's good to be cautious, obviously, right? But if their intentions are inherently good or inherently bad, evil, I can't tell yet. Alright, but I do know that there is somebody that is warning you. Now, this could be you're just being warned by your angels, ancestors, spirits, and highest white light, right? But I also feel like this is somebody who's like telling you something that nobody would have ever thought would be the one to tell you something, right? Because the elderly woman in the dream, she was like, "Oh my god, is that a dog?" Right? Like she's never seen a dog before. So I'm getting the feeling that this is something that's like was not expected, like nobody saw this coming, all right, that you would be warned by a particular person. This person could own a Jack Russell Terrier, or you have a Jack Russell Terrier, or it's just really about. I know. What they're like. Every time I see the dog, I think of Wishbone. You know Wishbone? It used to be a show, I think, on PBS. Oh, they're miniature schnauzers. They also go by Scottish Terriers or American Pit Bull Terriers are just some examples of dogs that are good at digging up rodents in a dream. Oh, wait, no. Miniature Schnauzers, Jack Russell Terriers, Scottish Terriers, or American Pit Bull Terriers. I guess this is all the names. Energy and tenacity. Yeah. The Jack Russell Terrier breed is known for its energy and tenacity. So you could have a lot of tenacity and energy, or this person that's coming towards you. Yeah, a dog may show up in your dreams to provide insight or assistance. As they're widely celebrated for their friendship and trust, dogs in dreams also represent loyalty, protection, fidelity, and intuition. Perhaps in yourself or someone close to you who has these qualities. So I also feel like, oh, my phone just fell on my hand. I also feel like somebody is around you, like protecting you, whether you notice or not. Oh, my eye is so itchy. I feel like I have like allergies or something. Okay. So yeah. And it just went back to your ability and persistence to uncover solutions or important details regarding something lurking under the surface. So there's something that's hidden, that's under the surface. I do feel like you're about to find out. Or you have an inkling, and the person that's going to tell you or that's like warning you of something, they're basically going to confirm something to you. Oh, this is a mess. Someone said, why do Jack Russells stare at you? Dogs are reading us to gain knowledge about their environment. That's funny. So, let me see. The person that is going to tell you something that is now protecting you, that is now in your energy or guarding your energy, they could have been watching you for some time, studying you, gaining knowledge on you. And that's probably why they now feel like you should know what it is that you're about to know. Because Jack Russell Terriers, it says, like, if you saw it in the dream, like, it's good at, like, uncovering important details and blah, 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 blah. So someone could have been, like... So let's say this person was told something about you, right? Or there was, like, something done on your character. So this person was kind of like, but why? Hold on. It says effective defense on the TV. So this person could have been wondering why. Why do you feel this way about the collective? Why is this being done to the collective? Why is this being said about the collective? Why, right? So they kind of like... What do you think of started going investigative, I guess? Becoming an investigator. Alright, trying to figure things out. And they figured this out by watching you and studying you in the best way that they can. So now it's like, you should know this. Now they want to come towards you and like they want to like protect you and be loyal to you. Right? And this is the same person that nobody would ever expect to be loyal to you or to like, I don't know, it's kind of like, it's giving me like that quiet energy. Like, you know how, oh my god, that's actually not a good example, but I'm going to use it anyways. Like, you know how they say, like, it's always, like, the quiet ones you need to watch out for? So it's kind of like, this person, like, nobody ever thought that this person would be the person to go out of their way and start investigating and start studying and start trying to figure out and start to connect the dots and et cetera, et cetera. Like, nobody thought it would be this person. I just saw 1444. Like, nobody thought it would be this person that's going to be coming towards you. And you may have an inkling of who this person is, but for others of you, you're going to be like, wow. Why are you telling me this of all people? Alright? So, I don't know. We're gonna pull some cards and see what happens. I'm gonna get some sage going though. There were so many things in that dream. Because I remember in part of that dream, I was going up a hill. I was walking up a hill with like a group of people. But they were taking forever. Like, what's the holdup, right? So I kind of just like went on ahead by myself. And then like after some time, like I guess they kind of caught up. And then like, as you know, like how things like transition in dreams, right? So, and then I ended up being in like, I turned the corner. And I was like in this parking lot with like a bunch of tables and like an event just had happened or whatever. I was talking to this girl. Blah, 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 blah. And then I walked down. In the parking lot, there was a hallway. I walked down the hallway, which was like through a cabin. And then like opened the door. And there was like the balcony to like to see the like ocean and things like that. You know what was so interesting, too, that I noticed? Yes, my love. Alright, I'm on my way. She wants her dinosaurs. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay. So, yeah, so I noticed this thing. It was very odd, which made me think. Now that I'm looking back at it, I don't think it was like a yacht or anything. I think it was like a nursing home. Because when I had like went to sit down on the balcony or something like that, someone had, this is all in the dream, someone like opened the door to go to the balcony to like come get me. But it was like a buzzer sound. Like they had to press a buzzer for the door to unlock from the outside because you couldn't really open it from the inside. So someone had to buzz it, and then it was like that buzzard sound like you hear like in prisons or in hospitals or like facilities, I guess. I don't, it was like, that's what I heard. So when I heard that, I was like, this cannot be a cruise ship. So it was like definitely like a nursing home, and it was like filled with elderly people. So elderly people, right? And that buzzing sound, and a lot of the elderly people, like I had like this one guy I saw, he was walking by me, and he had like his foot was like, had spots on it. Like, you know how elderly people always have like spots on their skin, right? Like on their hand, like on their feet and things like that. Yeah, like, so I'm like, so now that I'm looking back at it, I'm like, it was definitely like a nursing home. So someone could be telling you something about a nursing home, or somebody in a nursing home, or somebody who wasn't in a nursing home. So, you gotta be kidding me. So something was done to you, or taken from you, or said on your character. Whatever this was, for whatever reason. I think I'm gonna try and find out. Right? And this Jack Russell character, right? This Jack Russell Terrier character, they saw everything that was going on, everything that was being said, everything that was being done. And so they started wondering why. Why is this being done to the collective, etc., blah, 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 right? So it could have something to do, for some of you, it could be with like an inheritance, like somebody who was in a nursing home had an inheritance for you, was supposed to give you something, or something was supposed to go to you. And this Jack Russell character person, they saw that something was not given to you, or something was taken from you, or something was prevented from being yours, and they're wondering why. Now they know why, and they're going to be telling you, hey, you know this is yours, or you know so-and-so left you this, or you know you know, there was like this thing that it was done to you so that way you wouldn't get this, or like somebody, the person who, as I say this, I'm seeing I'm seeing a group of people standing at each other, looking at each other like, is it you? 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 Are you the one telling her? Are you the one telling him? Are you the one telling? Who's saying something? Who's saying stuff? So there's a group of people that are extremely paranoid right now. They're very paranoid because they don't know who amongst them is going to be telling you this. But here's the kicker. There's no honor amongst thieves. Hello? Alright? This is exciting now. I'm excited. I'm intrigued. I'm enthralled. I'm invested. Alright, so this is I'm hearing a whole investigation. I love a good investigation. Oh, you know what? I should, so there could have been a dark witch that kept a house from you that was supposed to be yours, right? And there was a Jack Russell Terrier that is around this dark witch that saw everything, that knows everything, that seen everything, and this person that's going to tell you. And I'm telling the witch in my dreams, she had such malice and like anger to her. Like she was just very malicious and dark and like, I don't know, like it was heavy. Whatever was coming from her, it was heavy. Like I'm telling you, like it like lingered. And in my dream, I'm like, this witch is gonna give me problems later. I know it. Sure enough, she tried to give me some problems later. She did give me some problems later, but it was like nothing I couldn't handle. So here's the thing, right? It wasn't like also you should be cautious around this time, especially with Halloween coming up, right? And like Halloween decorations and things like that. I'm not saying be cautious of the decorations. I'm saying be cautious of somebody who might gift you an object because this object might be cursed. All right? And how might it be cursed? You are asking. They're going to put something into the object. Like a Horcrux, if you will. If you don't know what a Horcrux is, they're like these things. It could be any object. It could be anything, right? That Voldemort had made, right? And the books explains it so much better. The movie does it justice as well, but the books are much, much better. Basically, a Horcrux is Voldemort has split his soul into like 9 pieces. Well, technically it was 6 pieces. But technically it was 7 because Harry Potter was like the last one, but he just didn't know. That was the one made on accident, right? But I'm not getting into that. But he had split his soul into like 6 pieces, right? And first of all, that's something that should never even be done. But anyway, so he did this. Like he put a piece of himself in this object, right? So like if he were to pass away, like he would still be able to like be around because of that piece of his soul in that object. So be careful of any weird objects that you might feel any sort of malice coming from, because I feel like, I don't know, someone's gonna try and put something in a piece of object to curse it, to bring you malice and a depression and like anger and sadness. It's just heavy, dark malice. I keep getting malice. Why malice in particular? Like it's just dark and heavy. Like yeah, malice, the intention or desire to do evil, ill will. It's a noun. Noun is a person, place, or thing. So this person is going to place a part of themselves or a wicked spirit in a thing and then give it to you. Alright, so just be cautious of this Halloween season, this spooky season. Halloween's great though, it's fun. You know, like the scare movies, the snacks, and all that stuff like that, but I don't know, just be cautious of like anyone wanted to gift you anything this Halloween season. I'm not saying like don't accept anything, just be cautious of who's giving you what and like feel it out, right? Especially if it's like a used object or like vintage, right? I feel like whatever this object is, this is something that's been around them for a long time, so it was able to like accumulate energy and accumulate and accumulate and accumulate, right? It's kind of like with tarot cards. Like after, you know, you use them, like they have your energy. So if the reader is bad, you can feel like maybe I shouldn't be touching these cards. If the reader is good, you're like, wow, these cards feel great. They're full of life and they're vibrant. They feel great and they're fun and they're welcoming and they're easy to understand. Right? It's like that. Right? That's anything. So I don't know. I just feel it out. But nightly prayers. Continue with your nightly prayers. I also feel like as you're, if you pray, right? This praying, like a praying mantis. This person. What do praying mantises do? After the females mate, they eat the heads off their males. They kill their mates, right? Alright, so yeah, your nightly prayers, keep doing your nightly prayers. I was gonna say that as you're praying, however you pray, someone else is praying to like, they're like trying to pray for like your prayers to not work. They're trying to like use their prayers to like jam your prayers. You like a to block the signal, right? It could be that dark witch that's trying to like block the signal to your prayers. That's gotta be so exhausting, man. 222 alignment, you were in the right place in time. I saw 222 all day yesterday and 555 all day yesterday. So 222, 555. So you're in alignment. You being in alignment is bringing in this change, okay? With 555. See? Alignment. You are in the right place and time. So whatever it is that you're doing, keep doing it. Because it's working. And as for this dark witch, there really isn't anything to be worried about, because at the end of the day, you're not the one that's got all that malice in their heart. I'm telling you, this was heavy. Like, the best example I can give is like you getting a towel, a really big towel, and you like soak it in the tub, and then you put the towel on your back, and it's like heavy. A wet towel is heavy. That's how it felt. That's this energy. Like, that's what that is. So I know like who is what because of how their energy feels, right? And how deep they are into whatever it is that they are in because of how heavy. It's like you can like literally feel it, like the density of it. It's got like weight. Like, I don't like, you can, how, you know how that saying like you can cut the tension like with a knife? Like you can cut the tension with a knife. It's like that. Like you walk into a room and there's like tension, you can cut through it, right? All you need is like a hot knife and you can cut through it with like butter. I don't know, you could just feel these things, man. Like, and that's a problem. That's another thing that you shouldn't be worried about it, is because when it comes to someone carrying around this kind of malice and ill will and evil intentions in their heart, like, that's heavy. That's already weighing them down. There's nothing, I don't know how to explain this, but it's like, those aren't my feelings. I'm not, I don't know, like, it's just no match for you, collective. It's not trying to be mean, but it's just like, Attacking your sacral chakra. Anything else flip over? When your sacral chakra is balanced, you're fertile. So you could be in that fertile energy. Yesterday I pulled out the Empress, so you could be very fertile, abundant, creating things, manifesting, right? Very joyful, obviously, right? Joyful, healthy pleasures, healthy life. You're very patient, and you can create things. That's you right now, being in alignment with yourself. So you're able to tap into your sacral chakra and utilize that energy for yourself, and utilize that energy for yourself and create things into the world, right? So I feel like one of the things that this person was doing is that they were making sure that you would waste your sacral, constantly drain it, and then next thing you know, like if you have a project, you can't use or you can't do anything with that project because you don't have the proper energy to fuel that project. It's a whole thing. I'm not gonna get into it, right? But when your sacral chakra is imbalanced, you're irresponsible, you have allergies. That's so crazy. Guilty, eating disorders, and sexual issues, right? My thing is like, because I woke up this morning and I'm like, I feel like I have allergies, but there's nothing around me to have allergies except from the dog that I saw in my dream, right? But how interesting, right? So yeah, this person is attacking your sacral chakra. And I feel like this dog, they're figuring out like why are you attacking them? Like why the main thing that this Jack Russell Terrier character is asking, why don't you want the collective to create? Because it's really about what you can create, right? Like when you're happy, you can create, and you can you're joyful and you're healthy and you're responsible with your creative energy, and you know how to utilize your creative energy. It's something about what you're able to create, and this person doesn't want you to create. So whatever you were supposed to have, whatever was that was being given to you, or whatever that was supposed to be yours, for a lot of you were going to utilize that to create even more of it, or whatever it is that you can use that. Like for example, like if you were supposed to inherit like, I don't know, $5,000, right? I'm just going to give you, right? So if you're a creator, you can use that for like art supplies, or a new instrument, or supplies, or whatever, right? You're going to invest to multiply that skill, that talent, that whatever, right? It's like you're responsible enough to, God's like, okay, you're responsible enough to, I'm going to give you this $5,000 because I know you're responsible, and you're going to use this in a very healthy and creative way to help you like pursue the skills and the talents that I have given you, right? But it's like this Jack Russell Terrier, they're like, but why weren't they given that? Why don't you? That's really the biggest question. Why don't you want the collective to create? Why? Why don't you want them to create? They're supposed to. They should be able to, right? That's what they're supposed to do. But somebody didn't want you to have the energy, the responsibility, and they also wanted you to feel guilty about having these gifts or whatever it is. Because you know how like there's always somebody that's jealous of somebody else's gift, and then they'll make you feel guilty because they don't have that gift. Somebody wanted you to feel guilty of something that you can do naturally, or you have naturally, because they can't do it. So if they can make you feel guilty, then you're not going to create, you're not going to sing, you're not going to dance, you're not going to travel, you're not going to whatever it is that you create, you're not, you're it's like, oh, I shouldn't because it's going to make someone so feel bad. I'm like, oh, right? So that's that. It could be the Dark Witch that was in my dream. And it's so crazy because she always has like a similar appearance to and I talked about this before, from Elizabeth Bathory, from the not from the history books out here, but from this movie called Stay Alive. And in the movie Stay Alive, there's a game called Stay Alive, and if you die in the game, you die in real life. That's how the contract works, right? Because when you start the game, it's a contract. You're basically agreeing to the rules of the contract, right? But it's like she has the similar appearance to that woman, so that's why I'm just like, I now know, like, I know. That's why I feel, that's why, like, at this point, it's just like, I'm not even worried about it. Like, I just know that you're about to give me a hard time, and you're just gonna be annoying and difficult, like, but at the end of the day, like, I got all the time in the world, right? So, it's really no skin off my back. It's like, if this is like a spirit, it's like, you're kind of like stuck. Versus like the collective, you can just wake up and do what you want to do, and like if you want to go to sleep, you can go to sleep. If you want to wake up, you can wake up. Proverbs 24:20, for the evil man has no future. The lamp of the wicked will be put out. That's why there's nothing to be worried about. That's why I'm saying, like, whatever it is that you're doing, keep doing it, right? Because you're getting put into an alignment. And for a lot of you, if it's that you're creating, whatever it is that you're creating, keep creating that. Because you obviously have the energy, the responsibility, the wisdom, the energy. I keep saying energy. There's really something here about the energy. Because again, in the woman in the dream, her energy was like pure malice. And it was just like draining. And it was just like, ugh. Right? It's just like a hot day. And like when you go outside and you start walking, and you're just like, oh my God. It's like, and it feels heavy. It's like that, right? But yeah. Proverbs 24:20. For the evil man has no future, the lamp of the wicked will be put out. That's going into the middle, because I feel like that's just like this energy is giving me like a light, like a beacon that's just going to shine onto this thing, and then it's going to be like, ah, and then it's going to disintegrate in the sun, right? So that's giving me that energy. So whatever it is that you're creating, keep creating it. However it is that you're creating, keep doing that, because you're obviously where you're supposed to be. Obviously, otherwise it wouldn't be so easy for you to create. That's what I'm saying. Like, it wouldn't be so easy for you to create if you weren't meant to create. Sheep, wolf in sheep's clothing? Yeah. You have a wolf in sheep's clothing around you. Yes, my love. This is the enemy. What's going on? Bless you, baby. Okay. Okay, so my daughter just showed me the coolest thing outside. She's like, it's a caw-caw. And I'm like, what is that? She's like, it's a caw-caw. And I look, and it's a woodpecker. And you can clearly see it, right? And it's the coolest thing. So I looked it up. And a woodpecker might represent spiritual protection. A woodpecker's spiritual meaning can also indicate that your soul has extra protection. So again, that's what I'm saying, like, there really isn't anything to worry about this dark witch, because if anything, so not only is this dark witch like having malice and she feels however she feels, right? Not only that, but like it's also draining her, like her own energy is draining her, while your energy is just fueling you to continue doing whatever it is that you're doing, right? As you should be doing. As a power animal, so a woodpecker is also a power animal, right? And they have strong beaks to break through barks, because they like hear like grub or whatever, ants or whatever that's in the bark, and then like they peck, and then like that's how they eat it. Let me see what else. Yeah, as a power animal, a totem, and a spirit animal, the woodpecker stands for strength, opportunity, wisdom, kindness, courage, foresight, and protection. The spirit meaning of the woodpecker is sheer determination. He reminds us to pay attention to all aspects of our lives. Okay, a woodpecker's spiritual meaning could also be a message of perseverance. People of varying spiritualities see a woodpecker as a friend when they're lonely. Aww. When one visits them, they gain inner strength to persevere through whatever challenges affect their daily lives, per Whispering Wings Healing. So some of you could be a little lonely right now. So you're seeing animals out everywhere in your dreams, out here. Yes, my love. Hold on. All right, I'm back. That was exciting. So yeah, you've got a lot of protection, extra protection. It's also a reminder, like, you're not exactly alone. You may feel lonely, but at the end of the day, you're not alone, right? I had to put my glasses on because I couldn't really see. But, like, I could see it, but, like, I wanted to make sure, like, and it had, like, a red hat or something. It was, like, it looked pretty big for its size, too. Like, I wouldn't say maybe, like, that big. But it was so cool because, like, it was pecking, and you could see, like, the little pieces of bark flying. So it was pretty cool. She's like, it's a caw-caw, caw-caw. And I think she was saying caw-caw because it's a rooster. But I was like, it's a woodpecker. Anyway, with wolf in sheep's clothing, right? So you have a wolf in sheep's clothing around you. Or this witch is like, has always been able to like, be a wolf in sheep's clothing around you. Attacking your throat chakra. Wow. This person was doing magic. Yeah. So this is definitely a witch. Attacking your throat chakra. When it is balanced, you're able to communicate, you're able to express yourself, you're able to be of service to the Most High and of service to humanity, and you're able to tell truths. 40-40. Bless you! You're welcome. Right? So you're able to tell your truths. One of those, I feel like for a lot of you, and part of your creation is using your voice. Whether that is tarot, singing, I don't know, giving orders to make things like, for example, like I know like a fashion, like in fashion, like you got the designer, they'll draw it up and then they'll tell people how this has to be and that has to be and this has to be in order to create their image, right? To have their image come to life, right? They need to be able to direct accordingly. All right. But when your throat chakra is unbalanced, you're shy, arrogant, anxious, you tend to lie, and you lack creativity. There's really something about your creative endeavors that this person didn't want you to do. It's like they just didn't want you to create. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, this Jack Russell Terrier character, they're like, why don't you want them to create though? Like, what's so wrong about them creating? Like, I don't understand what's wrong with that. So because they had those questions, let me move it down a little bit more. So because they had the questions, what they did, they started like investigating and started studying you and started trying to like, you know, pay attention to you. Like, what is the reason? What is the reason? That's Cardi B. Like, she says that. What is the reason? Like, what is the reason as to why this person is made seem forbidden to create? Like, why? Right? So you could be creating things of the light, right? Or like that are inspired of the light or that are being pushed on you because of the light. But this dark witch, like, because of her negative and malice energy, like, she must have said something like, you create demonic things or you create things that are not of the light, and like the world needs to watch out because the things that you create is to brainwash people, and it's just like, it's not good, and you know, we need to be careful and we can't let them create because it's dangerous and blah 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 blah. That could have, I feel like that's really what it is too. And so this Jack Russell Terrier character was just like, okay, but maybe they could have been alright with it at first, but now they're questioning, like, well, what is it about them, like, specifically, like, why, like, what, like, you're saying this, and if you're saying this, like, there shouldn't be a problem as to for me to like investigate. This could be like a King of Swords investigating. So this person was like, because I've been getting King of Swords the entire time, so this person's just like, well, if that is true, then let me just observe and watch and investigate, and you know, I'll find out for sure if this, whatever this thing was, is justified. Whatever this witch was doing was justified, right? And they're realizing, holy shit, this was not justified at all. Like, there was no merit to what was done. Wake up and get out. Do some meditating. So, you need to do some more meditating. Your journeys through meditation are going to like help you wake up and get out of something, see something for what it is. This could have also been that Jack Russell Terrier, right? Well, maybe they went through some sort of meditation and they realized something, like their realization could have been like, why can't the collective create? Like, what is so, like, why are you so against the collective creating? Right now, this person, they want to like be your messenger or something, like they want to like tell you something, right? They believe their own lies. So somebody is lying and they believe it. It could be this wolf in sheep's clothing, this dark witch, that she truly believes that there's a sinister reason as to why you're creating and how you're able to create and why you should not create. But I just saw 4441. But the thing is, it's so interesting. Like, whatever she's feeling is coming from her. It's like the call is coming from inside the house. Hello. And I feel like she's trying to project it onto you and make everyone be like, oh, the collective shouldn't create because they're evil and, you know, they don't know how to create things and blah, whatever the case it is. It's annoying. But again, you know, there's really nothing to be worried about because it's like, there's like this card, Proverbs 24:20, it's like a lamp, right? It's this person, they're being shown for who they are and etc., so on and so forth. Of all the cards that come out for like the attacking the chakra cards that come out, it's usually almost always the sacral and the throat chakra and the crown. Not a cups. Hi, pumpkin pie. Ooh. You gotta push it up like that. The Knight of Cups came out.
I can push.
Yes, you can. You gotta slide it up.
Slide it up?
Yeah, you don't have to put that much pressure. It's just a little tiny knob. Use your thumb. Yeah. Somebody wants to offer you something. It could be this person that is now seeing something for something or asking the proper questions. Right? Hold on. No. Look. Ready? Give me your thumb. There you go.
Do it. Why?
How did you get ink on your nose? Alright, so Knight of Cups. Yeah, somebody wants to offer you something. So you know what this feels like? So there could have been a dark witch around you that didn't want you to create because you're creative. I'm hearing creative geniuses, right? It attracts people, it attracts things, it attracts abundance, it attracts love, admirers, offers, opportunities, right? You creating attracts all of those things. And it's like this dark witch didn't want you to create because she knew that if you kept creating, right, you're going to get the offer of a lifetime, the love of a lifetime, the opportunity of a lifetime, etc., right? Depending on who you are, you would have to take that how that resonates. For some of you, it's like the opportunity of a lifetime, the lover of a lifetime, the job of a lifetime, the position of a lifetime, whatever, right?
Mom.
Yes, baby, give me 1 second. So you've been creating, and now the right people, the right person is now seen it. They've seen it. So now they want to offer you something because they see that you create and they're attracted to that, right? It's just like the Empress. The Empress can create. The Empress is fertile. The Empress is abundant, right? So, of course, if you're in your Empress energy and you're creating, as the Empress does, because the Empress creates, and, you know, I was getting this too, like...
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Hold on. I was getting this thing, like, I think it was yesterday morning or the day before yesterday morning, how, like, back then, in, like, Victorian era and, like... things like that, like Bridgerton, right? Like, it's so interesting how women of the ton, right? Or like royalty or whatever the case, right? They only had to work on their skills, like their crocheting, their piano, their drawing, their language, their paintings, like whatever it is that they were, they had to work on those creative skills, right? That's all they really had to do, women of royalty, right? They just had to learn how to be able to, like, be admired and, like, oh, play us a tune, right? And then they'll be able to do, right? Or like, just, that's all they had to do, create. And, you play the right song and then, like, a wealthy man sees you and hears you, and on top of that, you're very beautiful because the Empress is beautiful, right? And on top of that, like, I asked for your hands in marriage and blah, 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 things like that, right? That's the offer of a lifetime for that woman. And then, like, she leaves her parents' house, and now she has her own title, her own house, her own maids that she has to, like, order and, do this, and I need this, and it's literally that, right? But then, on the other hand, you've seen women who were not born in such titles and such homes and things like, those are the women that had to work, right? If they're not given the orders, they're taking the orders, right? Your creativeness is going to guarantee that you give the orders. And this Dark Witch, it's, for this specific story situation, it's this Dark Witch, like, if I have to take orders, you have to take orders too. But that's not in your blood. You were not born that way. It's kind of like a scullery maid getting mad because the head of the household gets to be the head of the household because of her bloodline, right? Like, you're jealous because of, I can't help who I was born into. I cannot help that, right? So it's like that, right? That's literally, like, and if, like, a woman back then, like, she wasn't really a good pianist, like, she had to work extra hard in her other skills to make up for that, right? Literally this is literally what this is. Your creative endeavors is going to guarantee you the match of a lifetime for some of you, the opportunity of a lifetime, the job of a lifetime, the door of a lifetime. And this Dark Witch, I don't know, like, she just is not creative. She's not getting whatever it is that you're getting, so she did something to make sure that you wouldn't get it. And now this Jack Russell Terrier is like, but why? Why do you think that is justified? Why do you not want the collective to create? I don't know why I said it like that, but that's what this is. And because you keep on creating and you kept on creating, you're getting an offer. This is literally what this is. And God, it's so funny too, because God said all you have to do is create. Just create. That's it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to be stressed out. You don't have to work extra hard. Just sit down and create. And you're like, okay, I'll just create. Right? Somewhere along the line, whatever you created, however you created it, like, you're getting offers. Queen of Wands reverse. So this is who is the jealous woman, this Dark Witch around you. Queen of Wands reverse. She feels very insecure, very jealous of your ability to create. Very competitive as well. This could be somebody also too, like in the olden days, right? Olden days. Like a woman who was born in a good family. All she had to do was just create and look pretty and stand and just sit and daydream all day. And, she just had to work on being a woman, right? Be feminine and, just... That's all she had to do, right? And on the other hand, if you weren't, like I said, if you weren't giving the orders, you were taking the orders. And so if you... In every era, there's always, like, whores and prostitutes. Every era, right? It doesn't matter if it was Victorian. It doesn't matter if it was, like, biblical. It doesn't matter if it's modern. If it was, like, the Great Depression. They're always going to be around. That's just how it is. This is who this is. It's like, it's not fair that I have to work extra hard and use my body and do this, and all you have to do is sit down and sing, or sit down and touch keys, or sit down and draw, or sit down and pay, and you can just give orders. That's just not fair. Well, I can't tell you, like, I don't know what you want me to say, right? So this Jack Russell Terrier has seen this, and now they want to tell you, like, she just did that because she was jealous. right? This Queen of Wands in reverse. This person could also be jealous of your beauty because you are the Empress. Like I said, the Empress is beautiful, right? And all you have to do is just sit down and look pretty and play the piano, or sit down and look pretty and read a book, or sit down and look pretty. And that was very much required of women who were born in noble families. You have to look pretty and be pretty. That's a thing. Like, you have to do that. It's required, right? It was pushed onto women who were born in noble families, especially as a young girl. Look pretty and create and work on your skills. That's all you have to do. And get married. That's it. That's all you have to do. So this, for some of you, this offer could be a marriage, Six of Wands. This is going to be a very successful offer, a very successful marriage, a very successful union. And not only that, but you're getting this offer because you are in the Six of Pentacles. Okay, Six of Pentacles, you're definitely getting something, right? That's supposed to be yours because you're in the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands came out in yesterday's reading, and the Six of Pentacles also came out in the yesterday's reading as well. So you're getting this offer because of how successful you are, and your success is bringing in offers. 1 second. All right, I'm back. So yeah, the Six of Wands is guaranteeing you these offers and opportunities, and these offers and opportunities will also continue to bring in success. There's a Queen of Wands reverse around you that is jealous and competitive and insecure, and like, if they are beautiful, they use their beauties in the wrong way, which leads them into the Queen of Wands reverse, right? This could be someone like a woman who is very masculine, right? And then she wonders why, like, men aren't choosing her or men aren't around her. Is because at the end of the day, what a real divine masculine wants is a real divine feminine, right? Divine masculine is not going to want a karmic feminine. A divine feminine is not going to want a karmic masculine. So I feel like there's a jealous woman around you. Jealous just because you're a woman. Because you can be a woman better than she can be a woman. You're a better woman. You're able to walk into your femininity than you are, than she can. You're a divine feminine. She's a Queen of Wands reverse. An Empress, right? You're in your Empress era. You're creating. You're abundant. You're fertile. Right? The divine masculine sees that and they're like, oh wow, if she can create and I can create, we can come together, be very successful, and just keep on creating and creating and creating and creating and build an empire and build a legacy and build a lineage, right? And create generational wealth, and it's going to be very successful, right? And all you have to do is just sit down and be pretty and look pretty and be a woman. That's it. That's all you had to do. And that really pisses this woman off. This other woman, this dark witch around you, it really makes her mad, right? Like, I'm a woman too. You know, all you have to do, you didn't have to work hard. You don't have to do this. I don't know what to tell you. And I feel like you're at the point too, collective, where, like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to prove, like, anything. Like, if you feel like I don't have to do anything, then so be it. That's what you think. But I'm not going to sit here and justify my femininity to you, to another woman. Right? It's like, oh, I can't wear makeup every day. If you don't know how to wear makeup, then just say that. But you don't have to put down another woman for choosing to wear makeup every day, especially because they know how to wear makeup every day. But if you don't know how to wear makeup every day, and that makes you feel insecure because you feel like as a woman you should be knowing how to use makeup or wear makeup, but you're not, like, you shouldn't have to, like, put down another woman for that. Like, I see those comments all the time on social media. Like, I can't wear makeup every day. I live the natural lifestyle. Are you trying to make yourself feel better or trying to prove a point? Because I feel like you're trying to prove a point by making yourself feel better. That's what this is. This Queen of Wands in reverse. She's just mad because you know how to be a woman and you know how to be in your divine femininity. And just by sitting down and looking pretty, you know how to do that and attracts things. This Queen of Wands in reverse always has to be on the go and do this and do that and do this and do that. Where's my divine masculine? Well, first of all, you have to sit down and be a woman, right? It's like you're too masculine. This could be an Aquarius. So this could be an Aquarius, a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo feminine, karmic feminine. This person was definitely trying to mess with your health, right? By attacking your sacral chakra and attacking your throat chakra, by making you like anxious and having allergies and like irresponsible and guilty and like not utilizing your sacral energy and wasting it on however it can be wasted. I feel like she also wanted you to be seen as a whore when she is actually that, right? She wastes her sacral energy and then she wonders why she cannot create. You don't waste your sacral energy. That's why you're able to utilize that energy and create. It's a whole thing. I'm not going to get into that. But, yeah. So, yeah, this could be a karmic Sagittarius, Leo, Aquarius, or an Aries feminine. All right? And this is the same woman that, like, she was a wolf in sheep's clothing around you, and she was like trying to make it seem like, and it's so crazy too. Like, I can never take advice from a masculine feminine on how to be a woman, right? And like, I don't know. It's like a woman shouldn't do this. Like, first of all, do you even know how to be a woman? Oh, okay. Because last time I checked, you don't. So you're giving me advice. How? Why? For what? Right? So this is the Dark Witch, right? I just think that's so funny. It's like getting business advice from people who like don't even own a business. They just talk about opening a business, but where's the business, right? Like, do you have actual advice that you can get from your personal experience? And that's another thing too. You have to be cautious of who you get advice from, because the advice is almost always from their perspective. It's not always, you want to get advice from people that are able to give it to you from their personal experience, but also from from the opposition. Like, if you want it to be balanced, right? You want it to be balanced. Like, you want to be able to hear the pros and cons of a situation, not just the cons and the bad and the negativity and the malice. And I feel like this is what this person was doing about you, like why you shouldn't create, blah, blah, blah. But there's somebody around you that they're going to tell you what this wolf in sheep's clothing was saying on your character and doing to make sure that you would not, like, this person could be telling you, oh, do you know that so-and-so dabbles in magic? Do you know that so-and-so is like, I think so-and-so is a witch. And it's going to be somebody you're going to be like, what? Why do you think that? Right? And they're going to tell you signs or like things that they've witnessed about this wolf in sheep clothing, this dark person, this dark witch, this feminine, as to like why they think they're a witch, or why they think that they're not good, or why they think that they have it out for you, or like they're jealous of you, or why they feel like the way it is that they feel about you. Like, they're going to tell you a lot. And it's going to be someone that you're just like, what? Right? Alright, let me get a couple more, and then I'm going to get another card, and then I close the reading. 3 of Wands. Intense ethereal wishing. Why the 3 of Wands? So this is something that you could have always been waiting for. This successful offer, this successful match. Whereas I feel like it's not exactly you. There's someone in the background that they've been waiting and waiting and waiting for you to give you this offer to create, you know, so that way you can keep creating, or like they've always wanted you to create so that way they can like finally like give you this offer that they wanted to give you, that they're supposed to give you, that they should have given you. And I also feel like this is like God and like the divine and everything like that, because it's like finally you can, now that you're creating, we've been waiting for you. We've been waiting for you. Wow. It's like they've been waiting for you to create, so that way this offer can, they've been waiting for you to create and be in alignment, so that way you can be in your 6 of Wands and receive the offers that you should have always been able to receive. I feel like that's really what that is. Also, that other person too that's going to, like, they've been waiting for you to, right? Blah, 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 blah. Ugh. What time is it? 11:22 a.m. I've been seeing 11:22, 11:33, 11:44, 11:55, like consecutively for like the past couple days. And I also been seeing 222 and 555, 222, 555, 222, 555. Page of Cups reverse. I feel like this is this karmic Aquarius, karmic Queen of Wands reverse. Very emotionally immature. Acts like a child. Can't create. Emotionally blocked, doesn't act out of their heart. I mean, this person was in the dream. This I'm telling you, this felt like just straight malice, right? With the Page of Cups in reverse, there's no love in their heart. There's no love. There's no emotions. There's no connections. So if this is a Queen of Wands in reverse, they don't fuel the good in them, they fuel the darkness in them. That's where that malice comes from, right? If this is an Aquarius, this Aquarius, first of all, Aquarius are already like, it's, they don't really deal with emotions anyways, like, you know, so whatever emotions they had, it's just malice. That's what they fuel. But with the Page of Cups reverses, whoever this feminine is, that's a wolf in sheep clothing, very dark, very blocked, emotionally immature. And on top of that, if they already don't deal with their own emotions, you can imagine that the emotions that they do have, they deal with it in a very, very, very negative way, right? I don't see how this is your problem, though. And I don't see why they're trying to make it your problem. And the thing is, too, like, back then, like, women of nobility and women who were born in good houses and good families and of good names, one thing that you had to learn was, like, if you feel a certain type of way, you cannot act upon that feeling. You have to basically kind of just, like, respond in a very gentle, very polite manner. Like, you can't be all, like, rah, 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 rah. Like, you can't be like that, right? Because that's very distasteful. It's very unbecoming of a lady, right? You're not a lady. Five of Cups. This person is very depressed because what you're getting is what you're getting, and now it's about time. And I also feel like whether or not you know this, collective, there could have been something in your spirit or something in your soul or the core of your being that's always been waiting and waiting and waiting for a turn of events to happen for you, and it's here. And this wolf in sheep clothing was waiting and waiting and waiting, afraid that this turn of events was going to happen for you. So they were like trying to do whatever it took to make sure that the turn of events never happened for you. And now that it's here, the waiting is no more. You are now in your Six of Wands. It's making her depressed and sad, right? And I feel like she was trying to make you depressed and sad so that way you wouldn't ever have the energy to create. And it's like, let me give you some of my depression and sadness. Let me project on top of you, on top of doing magic. Let me just amp it up a little bit by putting a little bit of my malice on top of your energy. It's like this woman was trying to blanket you with her negative energy. And she's like depressed and sad because like you can't do this anymore. I feel like there's something about like emotional magic or like trying to like make your emotions very negative and dark, like and you could be thinking about like, why am I feeling this way? Like I love life. There's nothing for me to feel negative or sad or depressed about. Like, so why am I feeling this way? It's because a lot of the times this woman was like throwing her negative dark energy onto you just so you wouldn't create. It's really about that. You creating. Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here, though? Knight of Wands, upright. Seven of Pentacles, upright. One more. Knight of Wands, upright. Seven of Pentacles, upright. The Tower. You could be a Scorpio, or Scorpio could be in this reading somewhere. A change. I'm telling you, you being in alignment and you being committed to investing in your creative endeavors and your projects and your success. And I also feel like somewhere along the line you just kind of stopped waiting. You just started creating it yourself, right? But by you being and like very focused, right? You being in alignment and staying that way with the Knight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, that's what kind of like, oh, the collective is doing what they should have been doing. Oh, great. Tower moment. Everybody gets a tower moment. You get a tower moment. You get a tower moment. Everybody gets a tower moment. She just dropped a bunch of toys. Yeah. Also, whatever game that this wolf in sheep's clothing was playing with you and with your energy, she has to drop it. She's got to drop it. I'm hearing bop it, twist it, pull it, bop it, twist it. You know that game Bop It? It's like she was playing that weird, like trying to hit you here and pull on this string and do a little magic here, and it's like you, and then you could like, you're wondering like why you can never like be straight and like create. It's because this woman was like playing weird games with your energy. Twist it, pull it, bop it. Twist it, pull it, bop it. She's got to stop that game. She can't play that game anymore. And it's about to be revealed, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, really, there's really nothing to be worried about, especially, like, at this point. Because it's, like, it's... That tower moment is here. You're getting success. It's because you made the choice. Right? And she can't do anything but watch you in despair and depression and sadness and in guilt and just, like... You know, like, it's just not fair that she gets to give orders and I have to take orders, and who cares? I mean, obviously she does, but here's the thing too, like, as a woman of nobility, like, you're not required to care. Like, you don't have to worry about anything other than what's inside your bubble. Nine of Swords reversed. Yeah. Nine of Swords reversed. You don't have to worry about anything other than what's inside your bubble. Like, you don't have stressors and anxiety and woes, and not like this Queen of Wands reverse does. This wolf in sheep's clothing. Absolutely not. Not like that. No. Alright. Bye.